Jimmy, and we're just about to start Jimmy's FUE procedure. We're going to transplant approximately 1,500 follicles to the frontal scalp and to the temporal peaks to rebuild the temporal peaks. So as you can see here right now, Jimmy's 27 years old. His hairline has receded a little bit in the front, so I'm going to be conservative because of his age, but his hair loss is still not severe at this point. We're going to be rebuilding the hairline, especially in the lateral aspects, and adding density throughout the frontal scalp. And we will also be rebuilding these temporal peaks using slightly finer hairs to rebuild these areas, which create a very youthful appearance, obviously, having the presence of these temporal peaks. We just finished Jimmy's first FUE hair transplant. As you can see, we placed a very good number of grafts in the frontal scalp. Placed about 12 to 1,300 grafts in the frontal scalp to create significant increased density throughout. And then we also placed grafts in the temporal peaks to restore the youthful appearance of the temporal peaks. And then, Jimmy, if you wouldn't mind turning around one moment just to show the donor area. You can see here's the donor area immediately after the procedure is over. For the most part, I used a 0.8 millimeter extraction punch to extract the follicles. I used a motorized punch and I extracted each follicle personally. Finished Jimmy's procedure. Tell us how the day was for you.
It was really good. You guys took care of me, pain-free. Everyone was very friendly. Got a lunch, watched Netflix. So it was a really good experience in terms of hospitality and professionalism. So.
Thank you so much for sharing. We look forward to an update.
Oh yes, we will.
With Jimmy, 8 days after we did 1,560 grafts in the frontal scalp and also to the temporal peaks. And you can see the crusts are still there. They started to fall off. Most of the grafts are still intact, and they will start to fall starting now, and after about 2 or 3 more weeks most of the grafts will be gone, and then they will start to regrow at 12 weeks, and we'll see about half the result at 6 months and the full result at Jimmy's donor area 8 days after we extracted 1,560 grafts. And as you can see, there is almost no visible sign whatsoever that anything has been done, and this is only after 8 days. Give it another couple weeks and you won't see anything. Now we're 8 days after your first FUE hair transplant. How's the recovery been?
Pretty good, painless. I was able to sleep without taking any meds, so that's pretty good.
Fantastic.
And no swelling, nothing.
Love to hear it. So we will look forward to an update in like 6 months.
Of course, yes, can't wait.
So I'm with Jimmy, and we're just over a year after you received 1,560 grafts via FUE to the frontal scalp. We lowered your hairline, we increased the density in the frontal scalp, and we added temporal peaks as well. Tell us how the experience has been.
It's been great. I didn't really notice the hair start to grow until I saw the before pictures. So you can tell it's natural. It looks natural, and no one could tell unless unless I tell them that, hey, I had hair restoration done. But besides that, pain-free.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience.
No problem. Thank you.